AI, guys.
AI.
Yeah.
We are live. Oh, before we do anything else, AI summary thing. Start summary. Got it.
That is something I could get.
Okay, it started the summary. Right, I think. We'll find out. Everybody else give it a go. Anyway. Hello, everyone. And welcome to a Dungeons & Dragons 5e campaign called Seraphina. It's a critically average campaign that I play with my friends, and these are my friends. Last session, we left everybody on a little bit of a cliffhanger. You were all in prison for essentially...
you got a job.
Yeah, for doing your job. You got screwed over. You left one alive. That's the mistake you made. You left a witness.
Silly,
We
you know I said
have
no
left one
witnesses.
Hmm?
No witnesses.
I
We
was
have
almost
learned this.
dead because of someone.
So,
Pete,
Alan,
if you're still listening.
Alan or Alan, as some people like to call him, was the only survivor. Little did you know, it was actually Vela's partner.
Yeah.
Who was a member of the guard working with Corbin. He fled the scene and he returned back to Silver Fern and pleaded the case that luck was behind the whole thing, and that after Alistair Cladd's assassination, you returned to Grovewatch Bastion under the guise to clean house, as it were, and tie up loose ends, and you killed everybody. But Aelin, who was a conscientious objector to everything that was happening, but felt like he couldn't really do much and had to go along with it, has returned to Silver Fern, touting his innocence and your persecution. Upon arrival to Silver Fern, you were greeted by a lot of the guard. Also, you had more of an encounter with your gummy-nosed alternative friend. Well, at least Knick-Knack did, anyway. Falling down a pit again, and was set upon by a magical fey feline, touting magic illusory copies of luck, lulling Knick-Knack into a false sense of security before attempting to hunt him. However, Knick-Knack threw them off the scent somewhat by offering them a squirrel he'd caught earlier as lunch instead of himself. Managed to flee through into the Silver Fern Grove, where he also was confronted by members of the guard. And as they were escorted back to the barracks, they were told of what had happened and what they'd been persecuted of, and they had all been escorted to cells in the meantime while the investigation is complete. During your time in your cells, Aelin visited, not only just to gloat, but also question, interrogate, as you had come into contact with an item that he is in searching for, a crescent moon, a waning crescent moon medallion, that Luck found on the body of Corbin Crestwall himself. You managed all to convince him that this was buried with your companion Nezum back on the tree line of Grovewatch Bastion. Aelin then pressed Knick-Knack to show him where this was on the map, but then thought better of it and has decided that Knick-Knack will actually guide Aelin to this himself, almost as a semi-hostage situation, while the others remain back in their cells, awaiting judgment. Aelin left for preparations, and During this time, he was unaware that Knick-Knack had been magically recording snapshots of that conversation, which directly put Aelin in the crosshairs, showing his deception, showing his lies, and the party's good intentions. But there is a race against time now. Will Mara appear? Will this information fall into the right hands before Aelin takes Knick-Knack off into the forest once again in search of this artifact? And that is where we're going to pick up, in the dusty, dank cells of the Silverfern barracks.
So we
You
called
have
for
been
Mara.
fed your breakfast. You have spoken to a younger person of the guard you have sent off to search for Mara, so that you can pass on this evidence and claim your innocence.
And I believe there was a voice from the distance.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and there was
Doran.
the voice off in the distance, and you heard the words of something along the lines of, "We need to get that bastard," I believe.
I believe it was. I think it was like, we need to make sure we get that bastard.
Yeah, something along
Like,
those
we
lines. I
became a
can't remember.
we, and I was like, okay,
Out
we're pals.
of interest, is there a trial by combat option where we can just kill him to prove we're innocent?
You don't know that.
I mean, I'm okay with stabbing
I've
Alan.
heard about it. Is that a thing you do here, Luck?
I mean, that seems like a Faye thing. What?
What have you just posted?
Okay. My
It's taken
apologies.
you less than
It
a
popped.
page to load
Sorry,
mine.
I need to say something. When Discord sends a message, it pops up at the bottom of my screen what the message is. Like, I don't get a choice. It just goes bloop in the middle, and I'm like, what the fuck? What happened?
I just saw
Go
it.
away.
I just saw it.
My apologies. I'm going to turn my notifications off for Discord for a minute.
I just saw it. That was like,
Sheep that look like hairs. Okay, right, moving on.
it just bunny sheep. Sorry. I got
A
distracted.
couple of hours go by, and you are left in your cells.
Oh, after the
Time
first
is
hour, I
ticking
start
on
hitting
nervous.
things.
Luck, could you ask your nice little hand friend thing there to go and get me my little laser pointer from the box?
I could try. But remember, we have
We're waiting for Mara,
Mara.
yes?
Mara should be coming.
All right. Mara!
Is there
Stop
anything you wish to
screaming.
do in the meantime before?
Oh, like I said, after
Anything
about a
else
couple hours,
happen
I start
while
screaming. I don't
you're
scream after like
waiting?
the first
Well,
2
I
seconds.
could write a letter and we could send it with your little hand to Mara.
That would be too creepy.
What?
Luke,
A detached hand that is seemingly alive would freak out most of the people here. And it's not going to help our case.
Luke.
Hmm?
I undo my corset and I put my knife and I
Okay,
do it back
down
up
your
again.
down your cleavage.
Yeah. Check there, you
Okay.
fuckers.
Well, to be fair, the necklace is also going there. So,
Okay,
Dad.
so we're stashing things in boobs. Anything else?
Well, where else are they not going to search?
What
I
makes
mean,
It
you
was
think
the
they're
other
not gonna
option,
search
but I'm
there?
playing a lady, so, you know.
you could put it up your butt, but that's a
But I'm playing a lady.
I would not want to put a dagger at my butt.
Yeah.
Especially in a,
You
especially
would
a
be
present.
surprised what people put up that butt.
I'm not.
No,
I'm really not. My mum worked in A&E as a nurse for many years. She knows
Auntie,
what people put up their butts.
Auntie worked in a prison.
Yeah.
Even worse.
I have a nurse in my family. I have a doctor. And
Yeah. Worked in a prison in London.
okay, that's worse.
Another 2
The
hours go
stories.
by.
Can I send the end?
midday sun is high in the sky outside. The stone walls of the cells remain relatively cold. The air, however, is humid. And you sit awaiting any kind of response, any
We
movement.
come with cutlery from the breakfast.
No.
Okay.
Can I send a hand try to retrieve my arcane focus, please, from the chest?
Okay. Bear with me. I will need to get the stat block up for that. You'd think I would have it. Crawling. Crawling claw. There we go. Everything's been really slow in my browser today. I don't know why, but at least my video isn't glitching. Right, okay. And we'll load it. Right, so what would you like to do? You'd like to send the hand to go and collect your arcane focus from the belongings chest.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So the hand.
Be careful. Don't be seen.
Starts doing the hand version of prone crawling. Um,
It just starts doing this.
It takes a while, and you hear what sounds like scratching and the rattling of something metallic down the corridor. Let's roll some dice.
Oh God.
I can just imagine that fucking hand.
Dice. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Get Mara.
You hear a shout
Yeah.
and the running of feet and the clattering of what sounds like a pan. And then there's silence.
He did.
Everything okay?
You need a hand.
I stifle a laugh.
Ian, is that you?
About half an hour goes by,
Hmm.
and you start to hear steps coming down from the corridor.
Okay. Sit back down.
And once again, in the hallway, you see
Oh.
Aelin. Still here, I take it.
Yeah.
Where else are we going to be?
Do we have options? I wonder if there's a first class prison.
If I
Well-
could, I would smack you right now.
Anything else?
So have you got all the stuff for the trip to the woods?
Yes, I'm ready. And you'll come in with me.
Okay.
And he takes out a pair of manacles and he throws them through the bars to you. Put those on.
How big are they in comparison to me? Are they like proper small person manacles, or they?
You
what
see
size
that
are
he
they?
like they appear to be maybe not for a goblin, but for a halfling or a gnome folk, somebody of a smaller stature, seems to have gone and sourced something that he would believe would contain you.
Hey, look, it made you something special. Means it likes you.
Okay.
Get these tools.
I just need any tools, because with any tools I can make any other tools.
Mm-hmm. Do you put the manacles on?
How well are they made? I'm professional courtesy of checking the craftsmanship of them.
Don't get me wrong, you've seen much finer and sturdier craftsmanship. You've been to bigger cities alongside Ileron, and you've seen all sorts of forge works and intricate detailing, but these just seem fit for purpose. There's
Utilitarian.
nothing flashy. Yeah, there's nothing flashy. There's nothing particularly special about these particular manacles, but they do the job.
So is it possible, probably not, to like not quite click it closed? So it looks closed but isn't.
I could attempt to, but it would require a sleight of hand check.
I'm good with that. A sleight of hand check, you say?
Yes.
Can I attempt to distract Alan and give him the help?
I rolled a 5. I got 11.
Yeah, but help gives you advantage.
If
I
I
can bonus
have
action
a
help people.
if
How
I can-
would you like to distract Alan?
How long did it take you to get a specific pair of handcuffs for Knick Knack? Come on, I want to see how hard you tried.
In a town full of halflings and some gnomish folk, not too long at all.
Do you have to try so hard? They're so little.
Kind of disregards you.
Yeah,
Roll
but
with advantage.
if you can't baffle them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit. I'm just talking nonsense to keep him busy.
I rolled a 5. I got 11.
2 5s.
I got a 5 and a 2.
Okay. On your attempt to lightly click them in place, you push it just a little too far and actually click them all the way closed.
That's fair.
Off in the manacles.
All of
Ellen
it
unlocks the gate,
stats.
opens up the cage, and issues you forth.
Now, is it just wrists or is it wrists and feet?
Just wrists.
So is it like one big thing or like one thing and one thing?
I'm
No, they're
assuming
attached.
side of
It's
handcuffs.
a pair of manacles, so it's like essentially like really strong handcuffs connected with chains.
Ah!
Did you bring the supplies? Because I get hungry.
I've bought supplies. I've got food enough for, well, at least for me, and I bet to keep you going. You're smaller. You won't need as much.
But I'm
That's racist.
I'm a good cook.
I know.
He actually is
Yeah.
a very good cook.
Well,
That's why we
forgive
kept
me
him.
if I don't take your word for it.
Tell
You're
you
gonna
what,
have to
on
try.
the road, I'll cook you dinner and you can see how good I am.
Now, Knick Knack, what have you done with your pencil and pad?
You gave it to me.
The luck has
Currently, luck
It has the
them.
pad,
It's
but I
commitment.
still have the pencil.
Okay, right. Aelin indicates for you to walk further down the corridor.
As in away.
Closes your jail cell. Yep, to leave. To lead the
I
way.
will see you in a bit.
You look ridiculous like that.
Right. So I'll be back in maybe a day and a half, 2 days. Don't go anywhere.
Is there anything that's nearby I can just throw at him? It's like the bowl from breakfast. I just want to clock him on the back of the head as he says, "Don't go anywhere."
There's the tray which you had breakfast on, and then there's the bucket in the room which would have whatever contents you've put in it.
I throw the tray at the back of his head.
Okay, make me an attack roll, please.
Suppose? Yeah, I'm just going to roll dex. Dagger. Why not? 15.
15.
Do I clock him in the back of the head with a tray?
You clock him in the back of the head with a tray. He turns around incredibly unpleased.
Didn't you hear me? I said duck.
Oh.
Oh, I throw it and I go, duck. Said duck.
Have your fun while you can. When I return, next time I see you, you'll be in the gallows.
Do you need healing for that?
While he's distracted with these two in the cells, can I just have a quick look and see if he has a key anywhere obvious on his person that I can spot?
He's got the key in his hand that he's
Oh.
just locked your gate. Your
Okay.
One's for the
cell with.
gates.
Yeah, I was meaning for the manacle ones, but yeah.
My apologies.
Make me a perception check.
Because I'm great at them. I rolled a 9, so I got 8.
No, you can't figure it out.
I
Quite
forget that
There's a
you're
lot of
half blind.
pockets. There's some pouches, belts, straps,
Um,
bags.
I will,
Could be lots of places.
as we are wandering around, I want to sort of see if he does keep checking a pocket type. You know, I'm going to look out for that.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. It is at this point that Aelin and Knick-Knack leave the corridor.
We did keep the book, right?
And go outside.
I just turned towards look. Kept the book, right?
Come on, Nezum.
Have I muted myself?
No.
No.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I believe Misk was talking to you, Luck.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
I was going, we kept the book, right? And then go,
Shall I just look at her blanket that she has folded in and everything?
I should have
After
kept the
Alan
tray.
is.
An hour goes by.
Is the hand coming back?
Another hour goes by.
Oh dear.
I think you killed the hand.
And you hear something. And you see the hand kind of shuffling along the stone down the corridor. You see broken fingers, like out of place, and on the side, bones sticking out of the hand, and it's kind of just slowly dragging itself along the stonework, where someone has obviously had a good fair whack at it.
Hey, little friend, can you come here? Thank you. I grab him by the wrist and attempt to fix his fingers.
Does he have my arc and focus?
He's just kind of snap. He doesn't.
I do have
anything
proficiency
his
in
grasp now. Make me a medicine check. Yeah, why
No,
not?
but that's the thing. It's like, how hard is it to put a finger back in place if you know medicine?
Make me a medicine check, and we'll find out.
Legit. Turns out kind of difficult. 7.
You get the finger, and you try to snap it back in place, and end up snapping it towards the other way. And there's one finger which looks like it's upside down, where it's kind of facing upwards and like closes inwards. The fingers are all mashed up on this hand right now. It's not looking great.
Okay, give it to me.
But due to its undead magical nature,
It
not
turns out it
greeting
won't die.
death.
I just
won't
held
die.
it out. Hang on. Look, catch. And I just throw it. Because we're opposite sides. No, because we're opposite sides.
It hits a bar and just flumps down to the bottom of the ground. Just
Oh, dear.
spasming on the floor.
She's going to use she's oh God. Nope. she's going to use her Arthmo ability to heal, so give it back like 3 itch points, hit points.
And you just hear all the joints clicking back into place, and you just and
Feeling better? Who pounded you?
just
God damn it.
um,
Did you see my arcane focus? It's a little crystal on a necklace.
I don't think it speaks English, look.
No, but it understands. 1 tap for yes, 2 taps for no. You didn't see it.
I didn't think it. I did. You didn't get that far, did you?
Would you be willing to try again?
No.
it
no,
just crawls
no.
underneath the covers on the bed. It just lays there for a little while.
That hurt. No.
I figured.
Might be undead, but it still feels pain.
Out of interest, with Robo Nezum, did they strip everything from Robo Nezum's pack? Because
Nezum had a pack. I'm trying to
yeah,
remember
he
He
here.
literally
uses
carries
him
all
as a
my
pack
shit.
animal like a donkey.
He carries all my stuff.
All your stuff would have been taken and put in the chest, especially the stuff that was on the Robo Nezum.
Okay.
So currently everything sits in that large chest at the end of the corridor. Everybody's belongings.
Do you want to stop and get so in my bag I've got like this thing of oil that's like grease and is good for like healing people and stuff, just in case you you fall over and you break a leg or something while we're traveling. I can fix that.
I have no intentions of falling over and breaking my legs unless you intend to do that to me. And I have enough
If I intend to do it to you,
for
would I offer
myself.
okay. I was going
Should we encounter any trouble. So all I need you to do is show me where he was buried once we get there.
Okay.
You've been walking a while now. You are in the forest.
Can I try and potentially lead towards some of the pit traps I keep falling in?
Well, you're not leading the way.
Okay.
He knows the way to Grovewatch.
Who's probably one of the people that dug the pit.
All he needs you for is to show him where the burial site is.
Okay.
Which you don't know.
How is he
And he
armed?
would also be aware of where said pit traps would be, considering it's his people that dug them.
How is he armed?
So he has a long sword. He has a small crossbow. What appears to be 1 javelin and a shield.
Okay.
Oh shit.
You continue walking through the woods for a fair while. The sun is starting to dip. It's becoming late afternoon at this point. You're making your way through the trees. He's taking you a route that you didn't travel last time. Nothing seems to look familiar on this particular journey.
Yeah.
Back in the cells, you all hear a familiar voice from down the corridor. Mara's voice. Where are they? What do they want? Don't have time for this. And you see in her stern form with her long black hair and thick brows. What?
Alan took knick-knack.
What do you mean, Alan? What?
We have something to show you, and Alan took knick-knack.
Where is he taking him?
Graveyard
to the-
bastion.
Why is he going back there?
He wants the real Nezum because he thinks it has the moon pendant.
Moon
That's
pendant?
Vela's.
What? Vela's. What? I'm sorry. I'm confused. What's a pendant got to do with any of this?
When Alan joined... Should I, or should...
Do you want to?
When Alan joined Corbin, he took Vela's amulet and gave it to Corbin. When we killed Corbin, we stole it off Corbin. He thinks it's with Nezum. So he went to
Why
go
does
steal
he
it from
think it's
Nezum.
with Nezum?
Lied to him.
You lied to him. I didn't say such
I,
thing.
I just said lied to him.
Why did you lie to him?
Because if you're coming from our point of view, we're all in here because he's a bastard.
And because
So-
we actually have proof.
And Luck wanted to show you something.
I'm sorry. If you had proof beforehand, why haven't you told us about this?
I
Because
didn't
it's very
have
hard to
proof
get a recording
beforehand.
when somebody doesn't monologue.
A what?
We have an artificer. He made a recording device, and when he came in here to gloat and steal knick-knack, we recorded him.
Ellie, small words.
I'm
Basically,
sorry. What?
Magic voice box. Copy voice. Put it in box.
she's not an
Look.
idiot. Stop that.
Luck.
Basic, yes.
Explain.
Basically, he ranted to us about his grand plan with Corbin, what he
'Cause he's
wanted
a
to do.
bastard.
Ellie, shush. He ranted to us basically what he wanted to do.
Can we skip
Oh,
to the evidence here? That's the most important thing. You want out of here? You want me to go to Vela? I need evidence.
she opens the book and she
And it
just
starts
let the
talking.
monologue play.
Oh,
And this is a very detailed map that he drew for me of the Graveyard Bastion.
And I get
Very
out now.
detailed.
I don't,
Okay.
don't like being locked up. It
Right.
bothers me.
give me that right now. I need to go speak to Vela.
Can I trust you?
Look, of course you can. I need to take that. I need to show Vela. I need her to understand the kind of man he is. Look,
Yeah, but that's
she
the
takes out a
thing.
key and she starts unlocking the gates.
Okay.
You
You
need to
are
go.
going
You
to.
need to follow Aelin, and you need to forget your friend. If this is right, he's not going to come back alive.
Uh, okay.
Let me go speak to Vela. I'll convince her of your innocence
Okay.
and
Just
of what Aelin and Corbin have done.
hold on. There you go. Give her that.
That's
And
the
tell her to hide
that's the
it.
magic amulet thingy.
How long have they been gone?
2 hours.
I've got a bit of a head start. You need to get moving.
We know kind of a shortcut, but how do you expect us to leave this place alive?
Because I'm now the captain of the guard and I say what goes.
So we don't have to sneak out. That's kind of
No,
Kind of
that's why I
disappointed.
unlocked the doors. You've given me evidence. I'm convinced. I just need to go and give. Go. You're running out of time.
Yeah.
You need to go.
I need my focus.
Yeah,
I need my spell
Get your
focus.
things. Oh, here's the key. Get your things and go.
legit. Thank you.
And please, just
Thank you.
if you can bring him back alive, that
Well,
would
killing
be better
him's
for everyone.
easiest.
Don't.
Yes, but killing him won't.
That's my
At
point.
the moment, all we've got is this. There are a lot of
Killing
angry
him would be
people
the
still.
easy option. What I have to
If-
do
No,
is
but
save Aelin from knick-knack.
Oh, we need to save him from Nick now.
Because he stole the most psychotic one.
All right. What are you all still doing? Go.
Yeah.
No, but that's my point. I'm like, we're not. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to kill Alan. What I'm trying to do is save him from Nick.
we're going. We're going.
Ah, just start running.
Mara. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just bursts into wherever the chest is. Give me my shit.
Look, you better be right about this.
When have I been ever wrong?
Baylor's not going to take too kindly to this.
I know.
Look, we've all had bad exes.
Okay. Puts it in the pocket.
My
Fine.
ex is.
Go.
Yeah. Shh.
And
Is my-
she kind of storms off and runs out.
Where is the chest?
At the end of the corridor, you all saw it. It's all sat down at the end of the corridor around the corner where
I
the
can just imagine
legs
just
are and
walking
everything.
into like a guard barracks, be like, "Give me my shit back."
Yeah. First thing Luck is going to get is Arcane Focus, like the small little crystal thing. Oh, and she grabs the hand as she goes, like, hide it. Hide. Duh.
I get my other stuff.
Yeah,
and
it
I
still
put it
feels
where
a
it
bit
usually
creepy
goes.
feeling cat fingers like crawling down the back of your neck behind your hair. Right, so we are now in pursuit. You grab your
Do we walk
things, you
past
leave the
where
barracks.
the guards keep their stuff?
Yeah,
Can I steal a gauntlet?
a gauntlet.
Yes.
Why?
No!
No!
In battle mode.
That would be easily enough done. Yes, you can
Legit.
steal a gauntlet. You can pick up a gauntlet.
Put him in a gauntlet. Now we're all in fighting mode. Does
Right.
it change his AC?
At this point, they are actually a 3-hour head start ahead of you.
Ah, okay, we go.
I
You
run
need
very
to-
fast.
You won't be able to keep up that pace for a very long time.
Good point.
Okay, and if you do, then we're going to start making constitution checks to make sure that you can maintain said pace and see how we go. So,
Yeah, my constitution isn't that high.
Could I invest 3 hours of travel to basically talk non-stop until Elaine gets crazy? I will ask him where he's got links hidden, because he's quite an expensive piece of kit, and like he's one of my friends. But I will also sort of talk about any and everything. So my plans for like improving the guard training stations, and basically all the random thoughts that go like this in Nick Nack's brain all the time.
Yeah,
They're
you
just
let
coming-
all the bees loose and you just keep talking.
the thing is, you probably only make it about 15 minutes of doing this before he decides to gag you.
Then it's just he just keeps talking.
Continues.
He's going to make him go bonkers.
Okay, are we all pursuing at full pace?
For now, yeah.
As
I mean,
fast as
is there
possibly can
we
without
attempting-
falling
Is there
over.
horses? I need to know if there's horses.
There are horses, yes.
Can we borrow one or two?
Make me a persuasion check.
Ah!
Who has the higher persuasion?
I have a 7.
+9.
I'm helping you because it is a dire situation.
21.
Yeah, you receive a horse.
Just
One.
give.
You receive a singular horse.
Okay.
Just-
One of the guards lets you take a
just-
horse.
Just very intense mine.
Yeah, just like, It's a really stressful conversation. You're really putting a point the cost of urgency, and every time they're like, "Oh, but if no, we need to know now."
I just
okay.
when he like turns his head, I just grab both sides of his head and aim it back towards me. Listen.
Through a very heightened and urgent conversation of pressing urgency of just like, no time to go and ask. This needs to happen now. You managed to convince somebody.
Mara says I can. Gets
Somebody
on the
manages
horse.
to hand over the reins to a horse, and you have a horse.
Legit.
Now, are we in pursuit?
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, on the horse, yeah.
Okay, so now I need to look at the fucking horse's stats. God.
Sorry, I
Okay,
just had.
literally this job is not, like when you're doing a campaign, all I feel like I'm constantly doing is looking up stats for shit.
I suppose it's going to be an average riding horse, right? Not like a particular big one or a particular different one. It's just an average ass horse.
Yeah, this is just going to be, yeah, this isn't
I
a
have horse
military
stats.
places. I'm trying to load horse stats.
60 feet speed.
Yeah, I would assume they would be.
Real fast.
Right. D&D Beyond is being really fucking slow for me today.
Do you want me to load it?
It'll load, it's fine. 60 feet speed, that's fine. Right, okay, right, we're in pursuit.
Legit.
Considering your average speed on a horse is double that of them, in an hour and a half, you will have travelled 3 hours of what they've moved. But then there'll be another hour and a half ahead.
It's 2.25 hours to catch us.
Roughly, yeah.
Assuming they go the right way or the wrong way.
And it's going to take about 8 hours worth of travel to get where you're going.
What time of day did we actually leave?
By the time that they actually left, we're talking it's about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun is starting to come further down in the sky. It's getting to late afternoon at this point. We'll say 4 o'clock. So the sun is lower in the sky. Why not put in horse? The first thing that comes up in the search is seahorse. Let's just put riding horse. There we go.
It's because it's under R, not H, which is stupid.
Right, there we go. Riding horse, got it. Right, okay, so I'm going to make the horse do me a dexterity saving throw.
Why?
Yeah.
Because you always
It's
forget
trapped all
about the
over.
pit.
No,
We don't forget.
you
We
did.
just don't see it consistently being a problem because we've.
Oh,
done it
hold on.
before.
Is that the same path that with the traps and everything?
Well, it's the only path you know.
Ah,
True.
okay.
Okay.
I mean, from my time for
Just-
traveling to Silverfern, you said I passed by. Is there like another path or anything? Oh, and he's frozen.
Mm.
I'm back.
Yay!
Yeah, and he's gone.
It's gone
Why
again.
is it? Oh,
You're back.
no.
No, he's
Yay!
back.
And I'm back.
No, he's gone.
No, he's back.
Luke's internet, stop being a twat. I want to play D&D with Luke. I like Luke.
Yeah, we all like Luke.
I mean, if he makes us roll, I rolled a 7.
No,
So,
because it's the horse that is going to roll.
yeah, it's +0. 7.
+0. Oh no. Oh. No, he's back. He's back. Okay, you're back. Hi, Luke.
Right. Yeah. No, the internet just cut out from my laptop entirely then, but it's back now. Okay. Right. The horse rolled a natural 6 with a +1 to dexterity. It's going to stack it into this pit.
Can you cast a spell on a horse?
I mean, I don't have anything that can affect the horse and myself.
Because of the size of the horse, being a large beast, it's not going to fall into the pit. But as it's running along, it is going to trip over the pit and literally almost go head first and roll onto its side, causing you all to go prone. Can you all make me dexterity saving throws, please?
Sure.
This takes 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ah, I rolled a 1.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Who?
Misk.
I rolled a 7, so but yeah,
You
you told me
also
to.
take
My
5
apologies.
points of bludgeoning damage. You manage to get the horse back up on their feet. They're a little bit crooked to begin with, a little bit more warier, and they set off a bit slower before they get back up to full pace and get their confidence back and start making their way through the trees once again. Another hour goes by.
I'm gonna basically see if I can get him to take. I kind of want to grab his like cloak or whatever to get his attention, and then point.
What do you want?
Has he got a water skin? I want to point at that.
Takes the gag out of your mouth. Yeah.
Thank you.
Kind of open your mouth. So it starts pouring water into your mouth.
I'll try not to drown. Are we going to start for dinner soon? Because like we only had that like porridgey stuff thingy for, and I'm quite hungry, and I'm a good cook, so I can do you a nice little, road meal. The others like my cooking.
Takes out a raw potato and hands you a raw potato.
Okay, I will take the raw potato and sort of, like an apple, take a.
We will stop and we will eat properly once we get there.
It's like ages away. It's going to be dark. You can't see in the dark.
We are halfway there.
Yeah.
And I have my source of light. He shows his cloak.
They're not very bright.
They're bright enough for me to walk forward. I know the path.
Okay.
I know these forests.
So,
Yeah.
like, how many of you are there that like want to like take over Silverfern and make it all
It's
strong
not about
again?
taking over. It's about securing its future.
Make
Killed
Silverfern
most of them.
great again.
Say again?
Make Silverfern great again.
You had to say that while he was drinking.
I wish I could do a Trump. I
Don't.
can't.
Make Silverfern great again.
I know the best guys.
Yes.
Don't.
I know
That is-
all the
that-
words.
That in my head is now Corbyn's voice for the rest of time.
God, no.
Elaine,
I know the best words.
Now we've just got
For
it. Then
Kevin.
we've just got a severed head with a terrible comb over.
A bleach blonde clomo. Anyway, if it can't.
Hey, at least in this world, the assassination attempt worked.
Yeah, to the wrong guy. Oh well, yeah, no, well, yeah. Look, we're being recorded. The best we say about that.
Good
better.
point. Good point. I don't want my FBI agent getting me anytime soon.
So, like, what is it you actually want? You want to chop down more trees and use more magical silver, or you want to chop down less trees and use less magical silver? You want to have a bigger army just in case bandits do turn up and start killing people? Like, I'm kind of lost here.
We want to protect the silver. That is true. At
What's
the
your
moment, we
policies?
harvest way too much of it. Vela has already made a point that she wants to use less and be more sparing with it. Considering we're the only other place in Seraphina that grows it other than Lunaris itself. It is a high commodity that at the moment we seem to just give away at a low price. We can control that. If we offer a higher price for a smaller amount, it's a good it's a good source of income for the town.
When I was reading the book on the smithing of the dual crafting of the organic metals, I'm pretty sure it basically said once it sets, that's it. It doesn't change.
Yeah.
You can't edit it or remelt it or retask it.
It can be remelted,
Okay.
but once it's set in its specific form, without melting it all back down again, you can't like readjust it.
You can't sort of
Yeah.
do minor tweaks.
You'd have to start from scratch again. You can't warm it up to a point where it's malleable again. You either it's all or nothing, essentially.
So have you thought about like collecting all the sources together and then you can kind of melt them down and then have a lot of supply? And then you're not chopping down any more trees?
But most of the supply is being sold on to merchants and traders and caravans that come through our town. You can't go back and get it back. It's already been let loose into the ether. This is about controlling what we have and not squandering our resources. It takes so long for this stuff to grow. And also, it's a holy blessing from Lunara. If we were to squander it, who knows, it might stop growing entirely.
Can you like seed out bigger plots of forest?
It doesn't go that way. It goes naturally. We cannot cultivate it. We cannot force it. It's its own living being.
You should ask the druids. I'm sure they'd be able to do something.
Druids. What do you know of druids?
Master Elrond, I may have mentioned them occasionally. You know, they have different magic to them.
Druid has not been seen in these lands in centuries.
Master Elrond knows lots of stuff.
Well, it's a shame he didn't stick around to share.
Yeah, I need to go and catch up with him at some point.
Yes. I'm sure you do.
Can I...
Before I let you go, and you can go and catch up with your master, I need you to show me where this grave is. So, less talking, more walking. You need to conserve your energy. You've only got little legs.
Well, the Zoom can give me a back, like a piggyback if you want. He's fast.
Slow the fuck down.
Fine.
Stay slow.
Get on your animal. We need to pick up the pace. I want to get there before the night completely sets. Another hour goes by. Can I have some survival checks?
Who has more survived?
From who?
From the two of you.
I got a 4. You might
Trying to
have
find it. It's gonna have to be you. Survival for me is terrible.
No, from both of you. From both of you. please.
Legit.
16 for me.
I thought you
9.
rolled a 4.
No, she's had a +4, I think, is what
Oh,
she was.
plus 4. 16 and a 9. 16. Look, you're confident you have picked up what seems to be the remnants of a trail. Deeper, heavier set prints of what you can only assume would be Nezum. Being made of metal, being more dense and heavier weight, his prints sink further into the ground than that of lighter creatures like goblins who are used to evading and tracking. And you believe you have picked up on a set of prints and a trail of your quarry.
Ellie, cover your face. We're approaching.
I pull up a hood and then my head I go, which way?
What do you mean, which way?
It is at this point
Somebody who can change their face and you say cover your face, they're like, hood or more?
you are going to encounter difficult terrain.
Ugh.
It is the thick shrubbery again, the large brambles and heavy set bushes and shrubs and wild forested area. And while you're still confident you managed to track your way through, it is slowing your progress.
Would be worse but for the ones that are on foot.
If they were going that way, to a degree. Who says it's Nezum's trail that you're following? Another hour goes by.
I'm going towards the bastion, so
Another hour goes by. You still haven't quite caught up with him yet.
We were going the wrong way.
going towards the bastion.
So now we're at, what was this, 5 or 6 hours now? Gosh.
You said 8.
Yeah, no, but I'm thinking.
8 in total. I think we're on hour 5 now.
So you're on hour 5, yes. The sun is getting much lower in the sky now at this point. It is looking at 9 o'clock in the evening. It is essentially setting. It's much darker now below the canopy hue, while above the trees in the night sky you would have that large purple, orange, dusk-like colours that fill the sky and radiate across. Below the canopy of the trees, that light is cut off and it starts to get dark. Tracking in the dark is a lot more difficult. Are you going to continue tracking, or are you going to continue just following the course to Grovewatch Bastion?
I'm going to continue to track.
Okay.
But if I see that it's goes sideways compared to the bastion,
Okay. Make me a survival check, please.
please be good. That's a 14.
It's hard to continue to find the tracks in the dark. What's crevices in the ground and where roots grow and shrubbery gets higher, it's hard to make out whether it's an indentation or whether it's just natural growth. The dark doesn't help make out the difference.
Yeah. So I'm going to continue to follow the path to the bastion then.
Yeah, the way you came, what you can gather, from your memory. Knick-knack.
Yes.
You're making your way along the trail. And you see Alan reaching into his pocket, and he's got a little pocket book, and you see him just scrolling through it, and he's muttering words under his breath.
And I try and listen in or work out what he's doing.
Okay. Over the period of time, it's not difficult to crack and figure out. It sounds like a prayer. It sounds like he's reading little excerpts from like a small little prayer book.
Would I recognize who he's praying to?
Yeah. There's a lot of references to Lunara.
That was my guess, but I double check.
And the pocketbook itself even seems to have some numeric symbols on it.
So like in the middle of the grove, there's like a buried Lunara church. Did you know about that?
How long have you known about that?
About 3 days.
Not many get to spend much time within the grove.
It's pretty obvious when you like sort of track and sort of follow it.
Which is why so few are allowed to actually step within it. The vigil was a rare occurrence for Garrick. It was an honour that they don't bestow upon many. Other than that, it's just those who guard it. Mostly those who are more vigilant to guard it. They're not really looking at the grove itself, more at those that perpetrate it.
Like you see, I just set up some like sort of alarms, and then that makes noise.
I wish everybody took the security of the grove as much as you did.
Well, I'm sure if I got like a little bit of time, I could probably make it a more like permanent thing. So if like anyone comes in, it like sort of sets off a siren type thing.
Maybe in the future.
It took a lot of time going around it and doing it individually in little segments.
We'll see. Maybe there is more use for you yet. I don't think it would spare your friends their fate. But you are indeed right. It's the same site of an ancient temple of Lunar. That is why myself and Vela are so certain that those fans are a blessing of hers and not that of Solar or a freak accident.
Is that why you want the? Is that why you want the amulet?
What do you know of the amulet?
That you want it, and you're going to go and dig up a friend that is dead to kill it?
That amulet belongs to Vela, my love.
How did Corbin get it? You gave it to him.
It was an insurance policy. Something that was important to...
Well, if we don't find it, I'm almost as good. I could probably make you up another one if you describe it to me.
Well, I appreciate the offer, little goblin. Not even your craftsmanship, your ability, can match that of a goddess. Keep moving.
We could practice a bit. I'm quite happy to walk and talk, but yeah.
Prove yourself useful. Maybe one day you'll get to see it open.
The temple or the...
I think you're smarter than you let on. Continues walking.
Okay.
Another hour goes by.
Just double checking. While he was doing his little prayers and things, he is just straight up praying. It doesn't look like he was like casting spells and anything like that.
Make me either an Arcana or a Religion check.
Arcana it is. And I rolled a 3, so 10.
You can't be sure.
Okay. But he was just talking, he wasn't wiggling fingers and things because he was reading a book, wasn't he?
Yep, it was just reading a book and making and speaking out aloud.
Okay.
To be fair, while we're traveling, trying to catch up, Luck is also praying, to be honest. Like, you're praying the two goddess that Knick-Knack is safe and will stay safe.
What do you say?
Okay, you're asking me to be creative.
Yeah. Asking you to play a D&D.
Just person, you know that!
Doesn't
Okay.
matter. What would you say to
Okay.
somebody to protect your friend?
Mm.
You say your friend, your acquaintance.
Pain
If you
in the-
knew gods
Colleague.
existed, if you knew they had an effect on this world and they had great powers beyond your understanding, and you had somebody you knew that was in danger, what would you say to those gods?
Well, for one, I would be very much less eloquent than Luck can be.
Okay.
But Luck would... Okay, let me try something. Sun Mother, Mother Moon. Keep my friend safe for the time I take to reach him. For he's not safe, I will not. I lost my word.
No pressure, take your time.
I will not be sleeping any more comfortable than I am during your nights, or I would far your lens during your days. Please keep him safe until I reach, until it is safe enough for him to return home.
Make me a religion check.
Sure. 16.
Have you ever prayed before?
Yeah, several times. Lux is very religious. She knows the goddess are here. She feels the presence in every moment of her life. So she always prays both of them.
You feel heard. You feel your presence in this forest. You and Misk. You don't feel alone as you make your way through the woods. You feel a guiding hand. You feel something within this forest is willing you on.
Okay.
Another hour goes by. You make your way out of the thick, dense brambles and shrubbery. You're able to get up to faster pace again. And you hear, with your high passive perception luck, the nattering of a little goblin voice,
Doesn't shut up ever.
probably about 60 feet ahead.
I'm going to tap Ellie and just basically tell her to be prepared. Like, prepare your bow, prepare your...
Can I see them?
You can't see them, but you can hear that voice that unmistakable, muttering, nattering, goblin voice that never stops. And you can't help but smile and chuckle to yourself that in this moment,
He actually doesn't shut up, because I swear when we were sleeping last night, he talked in his sleep.
and this is the thing, you can't bring to your mind whether he's doing this specifically to piss off Aelin or whether he's just being him.
Billy column A, Billy column B.
I know one thing, look, that'll freak them out.
What?
As you turn around to look at Misk, you look at Ellie, it's Mara.
Oh, that is clever. But I need to hide my face.
Do you continue on horseback?
What if
For
we
half of the way, yes. And then dismount.
just tie
Okay.
the horse to a tree?
Are we now in darkness and he's using his glowy cloak?
It is now dark and he is using his glowy cloak, yes, to move forward. The end of the tree line is within sight. So, little goblin, you're up next. Grove Watch is just ahead of the tree line up ahead.
Okay. We're going to stop and have some dinner.
No,
You
you're
said
to
we're
show
gonna get-
me where your little friend was buried. We're going to dig him up. I'm going to take what is my loves, my beloveds, and then we will return to Grove Watch Bastion, set up camp for the night, and then, and only then, will we eat.
That's not what you said earlier. You
It
said
does not matter what I said earlier. What I say goes.
Okay.
Lead the way.
I'll head out towards the Grove Watch thingy.
Okay, you continue walking out, making your way through the trees towards the edge of the tree line. Luck, Misk, 30 feet ahead of you. You see,
How about I
lightly
just
glowing Aelin,
be
and
Mara?
beside him, you see Knick-Knack riding atop Nezum.
Okay, I don't attempt to stealth it. I just come out like a storming.
So you're not attempting to stealth.
No, I'm coming out like I'm Mara.
I'm hiding.
You're
I'm
hiding.
coming out
Luck.
like I'm Mara.
Okay, Luck. Roll me stealth.
Oh God. Oh God. 8.
8.
I mean, in my cloak and everything, like he
So
wouldn't see my
She
face.
wouldn't
But
see. Look, he'd see
The
a
glowing
guard in the
cloak.
trees.
yeah.
What's Scott? Who goes there? What
It's
do you want?
me. Just full on Mara's voice shouts at him.
What are you doing?
You
Who
took
told
a
you?
prisoner out of the cells.
I didn't.
What were you thinking?
I did what I had to do under Vela's authority. This does not concern you, Mara.
I'm the captain of the guard.
And I am the chair council's closest advisor.
Just cause you're married to her doesn't make you in charge.
No. But it does put me in good stead when she listens to what I have to say.
What are you
What are
doing?
you? I have unfinished business here at Grove Watch.
He wants me to dig up a dead Nezum.
Robin took something of Vela's. something that belongs to her, something dear to her. I have come to retrieve it.
I might as well help.
This little
Get on with it.
goblin here knows where it is buried.
No, I don't.
Turns to Knick-Knack and stern face. Yes, you do.
No, I don't. You wouldn't let me explain when we're back in the cells.
So you let a prisoner escape.
He has not escaped. He is in my custody.
Okay.
And one more
You
time,
let a prisoner
Goblin,
loose.
you do not know where your fellow fucking rodent was buried.
No, you never asked that.
How do you not know where you buried him?
I didn't bury him. I thought he walked into the forest. It wasn't until we got in the cells they told me he died.
Right. I suggest we bring along the execution a little bit. He has continued to lie even after being released, and he draws his sword.
Luke,
Yeah.
while he's talking to Knick-Knack,
hmm
I would like to straight up shank him.
What?
Shank him.
What
There's
do you
no,
mean?
does no one know prison slang?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, while
Okay,
he's not
roll to
paying
attack.
attention,
Roll to
I
attack.
take out a knife and I stab him multiple times while he's not looking.
Roll to attack with advantage.
Cool.
You have sneak attack, that means.
Yep.
Yes. I'm attempting to prison shank him while he's not paying attention, while he thinks I'm Mara helping. Now, I am not attempting to straight up murder this man, so I'm not going to stab him in the throat.
Okay. What are we attempting to do then? Have you rolled to attack?
Hurt him enough that he stops doing what he's doing, but not kill him.
Okay. What did we achieve?
I am rolling. 1 second. I just want to make a clarification.
Right.
Fuck! 9.
That
On
does
an
not
advantage.
hit.
It was
Yeah,
advantage.
I rolled double terrible.
So you come up behind him and you go to shank him. And in the light that glistens off his cloak, it reflects on the blade. And he sees you in his peripheral coming, and he drops his sword, catches it with one hand, and grabs your arm with the other. So, another traitor in our midst, and he is going to roll to attack.
Oh.
Roll the initiative, please.
Are we all
Can I-
rolling?
Bonus action, a thing.
Not at this point, I would say. No.
Legit. No worries.
Right, roll me initiative.
Ah.
Nat 20 for
Oh.
23.
Okay.
Not that 20 for 23.
You two. I'm a 10.
Dex. I got good dex.
I'm a 10.
Nick
Modest
also
dude.
got a 23. So can I have a roll off? Well, you got a natural 20. So we'll say Knick-Knack goes after Misk. And then we've got Luck on a 10. Can you roll again for me, please, Luck?
Why? Oh no. 13.
And you roll again for me, please, Luck.
Can you explain what's happening?
I think
No.
they're rolling off to see who goes
18.
out of those two.
Okay. So Luck goes last.
What do you mean I go last? I got an 18.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's a waste of a nat 20.
Right. So
You got a nat 20 and you got an 18. Is
I
that-
think Luke got a nat 20 and I got an 18.
Oh,
Aelin grabs Misk's hand longsword in the other, and swipes towards
He rolled higher than me.
Mara.
The bastard.
Can I impose?
Um,
Can I? Sorry.
no, this is part of his turn with
Yes,
where
this
you've
is
attacked him. This
this
is
is
his
Nezum's reaction.
response to it. Nezum's reaction. Go on.
So Nezum has a reaction which is imposes disadvantage on attack roll of one creature it can see that is within 5 feet of it, provided the attack roll is against a creature other than the defender.
Okay, all right. So first roll was a 15 plus whatever. Second roll was an 18 plus whatever. So 15
Doesn't matter.
plus his attack plus he only gets a +3.
When I'm not wearing my armor, I have like a 14 AC. Don't worry about it. I have the worst AC.
I have a 10 AC.
Why are you not wearing your
Okay,
armor?
so he hits
Because it's hard to wear an
um,
armor and keep changing into different people. Because it doesn't move.
You got back your armor.
Here's my D8.
But it's difficult to
Doesn't
keep
matter.
shifting wearing it. I can't keep going
and you
3 feet
take
one direction, 3 feet the other while still wearing it.
Yeah.
6 points of slashing damage as a longsword slashes across your belly.
I am about to go down again. Because I
No.
have no health.
Did you not have a long rest before?
Yeah, but I have 21 hit points. I've already
Yeah.
been hitting the trees, and then I've been hit now. I've got like 6 hit points left.
You're fine.
You
You're fine.
took 6 damage and you've taken another 6 damage. No, you haven't taken. Did I say 6?
Yeah.
No,
6.
you had
Yeah,
5.
six
He
is a
took
bit-
5
Oh.
damage.
No, he took 6, you took 5.
5. So 5. No,
So
look,
you've taken 6 and 8, so you're a 14. Yeah.
Am
Okay,
I on
cool.
14?
Oh,
Or have
No,
I got my
you've
maths
taken
somewhere?
14 damage.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, you've taken 14 damage in total so far. Right.
Maths. God.
And that's the end of that turn for him. So we're going to the top of the round. Lisk. Or Mara, should I say.
Now for much longer. He stabbed me with iron.
He
Just a
did.
longsword. I'm
So-
pissed.
Oh, yes. I didn't roll that. So that should really be inflicting additional damage. So I'm going to roll an additional 6d6 of fire damage. And that was a 6.
So I'm dead. Again.
Oh,
You're not
hold
Because
on.
of this
dead.
iron thing.
You dead? With
Yes.
No,
We need to rethink the iron thing because I
You
swear
said
to God.
You said 21 hit points was your base.
You're good. You're good.
You got
Because
one
that's
hit point left.
that's 18. That's 18.
Well, hold on. You took 6 before. You've taken another 5. That's 11. You've just taken another 6. So that's 17. You're on 17. So you've got like
Okay.
5
Four.
points of. You've got 4 points left.
Terrible. Also, can I just do a thing with this? Can I just roll against poisoned instead of keep taking fire damage? Because that means
Um,
every time I get hit, no matter what, I'm going to take fire damage.
With iron, yeah.
That's every weapon.
Is it cold?
You
Is it
decided
cold
to
point?
be a fucking.
I know, I tried to explain the cold iron thing to
Jesus.
him, but he doesn't understand it.
Um,
He doesn't know what cold iron means.
Fine.
Oh, you kept in the fridge.
yeah.
It's iron that hasn't been smithed.
Yes.
So it's only raw iron.
Yes. Raw iron.
Effectively.
It's
Okay.
basically just hammered stuff. It doesn't get heated and treated, and like so, a sword that's steel shouldn't have the same effect.
Okay, in that case, no, then it's fine.
It's like an absolute wanker to make those things. I have a
I
couple things made out of it, but God Lord.
So raw iron, you're rarely going to come across raw iron.
You can also make things. You can make things out of cold iron. It's just an absolute arse
Okay.
because you can't heat it.
I'm aware. I can testify.
Right. In that case, you're okay. You haven't taken fire damage. You're all right.
Okay.
Yes, feeling.
You're okay. So, Misk, It is your go.
Sorry. I got a little upset then.
No, it's all right.
I know, I just felt like I should clear the air because I got a little upset
No,
then.
it's important. It's fine.
Okay. Bonus action, I would like to go in my pack and throw my set of thieves' tools at Knick-Knack.
Okay. You can throw a dagger with a bonus action. So I would say throwing thieves' tools with a bonus
Just
action
throwing a
would be fine
lockpick
as well.
at a man.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, go on.
Action, I want to try and kill this man. Well, you
All right.
know,
Roll me an
I
attack.
want to hurt him badly.
Yep, roll me an attack.
One.
No.
You roll with advantage.
Do
We're
I?
flanking this. Well, we're basically flanking, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
You came up
Which hit?
behind.
Roll again. 14.
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. Now,
No.
this is the fun part. 2024 rules, I get to hit him again.
Oh God.
Really? Okay.
Because I have the weapon mastery for daggers, I can do my bonus action attack just as an action.
But you already used your bonus
Doesn't
action.
matter.
Is that-
That's the whole thing with daggers. I can just put it in my action instead if you pick daggers as a weapon master.
Oh, okay. Cool. Take your
It's
word
so
for
you
it.
can use your cunning action and still bonus action attack.
Okay.
It's just like makes it part of your action. As long as you try and get them.
I will take your word for it.
It's called Nick. It's in the weapon mastery things.
Oh, it's a weapon mastery. Okay, cool.
But you have to pick daggers as your weapon master to have it.
Okay.
Which means you don't have a bunch of other cool shit. You just get to attack again.
Okay, cool. Go for it.
Fine.
15!
15 hits.
Oh, okay.
Can I sneak attack with a bonus action?
Yes, first
Yeah.
attack hits. Well, it
Whatever,
was. I don't know
once
this-
per turn when you hit.
So it's a d4 because I don't get to add my extra shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the bonus action 1. d4 plus how many d6 for sneak attack?
2d6, I believe, at this
2d6.
point.
He takes 6 damage.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
I
An
just
eye for an eye.
shank him.
So he takes 6 damage. Okay.
I just shank him.
Next up is Knick-Knack.
So, assuming it was obvious he was throwing me some thieves' tools, I'm assuming my action will be to try and catch them.
No, that would be your free action.
Okay.
Pick that lock, boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off Nezum and try and unlock the manacles. And as a bonus action, I'm gonna be like, Nezum, get him!
Okay.
So thieves' tools check.
Yes, please.
23.
That hits.
No, that's
Yep, that
The-
that hits. That takes out the manacles. You are through. You hear that click.
How heavy are manacles for next round? And then,
You now have a pair of manacles.
yes. So I have something big and heavy that I can catapult. It's my spell attack. So,
Yes, Knick-Knack, don't actually kill him. We kind of need him alive.
23 to attack for Nezum.
Why? Yeah.
Hopefully you have more of those
Yeah.
healing things.
Yeah, that does it.
It depends if you brought my stuff with you or not.
We took
did.
everything out the chest.
Yeah.
I was talking to Luck, but yeah.
And that does D8 plus PV force damage. So 6 points of force damage.
Oh shit.
Okay. He's looking really unwell.
Who's next?
Next up is Aelin.
Yeah.
He's going to take another wild strike at Misk. 16 to hit. Plus
Can I disadvantage?
19 to hit. With a D8.
Can I react for Nezum and disadvantage?
Yep, you can indeed. And that is 14 to hit.
Yes,
Doesn't
meets
hit.
it, beats it.
Okay. That is 7 points of slashing damage.
You're still good, but
See, swing like still holding onto your hand is just like while there's a robot Nezum like clawing on the back.
Trying to eat him.
Luck, you're up.
okay. It's a catapult with a stone, but I'm going to angle it in a way that doesn't kill him because
Aim for his legs.
or the head, you know, to knock him out.
I don't know. Catapult's like £10.
Up to 5.
If you want to do it non-lethally, I just need to be aware.
It's a bludgeoning, so bludgeoning can be non-lethal. It's just when it's like fire or elemental kind of shit that it becomes lethal. So, please, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
That's a fail.
How much?
It's a fail.
How much?
There's a natural 3.
Okay.
We just like the numbers.
So, from like back of the head, what a stone gets him for 14 non-lethal bludgeoning damage. I am precising.
And goes limp, holding Mara. Just whoomp, face pants to the ground. Aelin is out cold.
Knick-Knack.
And the manacles on him immediately.
Cool. Knick-Knack, can I have those?
I can put them on.
Cool.
Will they fit him?
Can everybody make me
That's
a
a good
perception
point.
check, please?
Deception.
Perception.
Perception. I was gonna say,
24.
16.
23.
Okay. Luck and Misk. You all start to hear this.
Oh, fuck, it's the cat thing. It's too low, it's too high of a register for your mic to pick up.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you just put faces.
So it's chattering.
That's not picking that up.
No,
Wow,
it's too high.
okay.
It's
You
like
hear
when
lots of
Celia
clicking.
gets happy.
You hear lots of little clicking and.
I don't click.
No, you R2D2 and it just like glitches out. I think it's adorable.
I'm not cute.
Let Let me change those audio settings.
Hmm. Okay. I'm still by the horse, FYI. So,
Look,
yeah.
I can't carry him.
Get him on the horse.
I just
We're
drag him
going.
by his ankle.
Yeah. Knick-knack, help. We're gonna need.
I was gonna manacle him, but then I need to like check his pockets and things because he's got like the key and things like that, and daggers and
That's
swords.
a
And
good point.
Do your thing.
I rob him blind. Me and Knick-knack rob him blind.
Okay, you find the little pouch that you had before. You find 2 potions of healing. You find an antitoxin, a vial of oil,
I will just start
a
passing.
key to the set of manacles that you found, and some food.
I will start passing them to Misk.
Misk, heal.
I don't have healing powers.
I do
The
if
potions!
stuff.
Cool! I take the potions. How many does it make me better? So I'm not good with the types of potions.
You've got
It's a
first
D4
level?
plus 4, I believe.
There was 2, then 4, then 6.
Pouch. Book. Potions. Keys. Is that
But
most
yes,
of it?
look, Misk, you start to hear in the distance some clicking.
Do I recognise the noise? It's similar to the cute one.
No. But make me a history check.
History's not one of my good things, but okay. 8. I got a clue.
Okay, cool. You're not far away from Nezum's grave.
While the others put it on the horse and everything, Luck is just going to check on the grave.
Okay.
Like, from far away, because...
Did we walk past it?
Make me a perception check.
Oh, God. Is it 24?
Okay. The large roots that covered his grave are no longer there.
Okay. Well, is there a way that it went? Is there traces? Anything?
You see a vacant space of black soil. And something slightly glowing. You see tiny, tiny little filaments giving off a faint glow in this crevice in the ground where you lay Nezum's body,
Is that fern?
giving off a similar glow as to that of the silver ferns.
Silver fern are born out of corpses. Oh, God. Okay.
I need to check something later.
You continue to hear clicking in the distance.
I am... Is there like
Get on
a
the
big
horse, right?
road there's around the fortress or anything?
No. You're still on the tree line at the base of the hill. On the edge of the tree line, if you poked your head out, you could see up the top of the hill, you would see the remainings of the fortress, yes.
We need to get back. But we also need to rest. This is not safe.
Yeah, I think we get on the horse. Do you
Ye-
think you could get on Nezum and try and match us?
The Zoom runs fast.
Not as fast as a horse.
Look, with your high passive perception, you see the roots around his grave moving. Similarly to how they did when they took over his body before, but they are moving, they are attracting, they are shying away from the light of these little silver filaments. Make me anybody who's watching at this point an investigation or a survival check, please.
I'll take the survival. 18.
Okay. There's a trail.
Mhm.
These little silver filaments are poking up through the ground, but they trail away from the burial site. And there's some come up here, and then a few feet away there's some more, and some more, and some more. And as you follow that trail, the clicking gets louder.
Does it go to the fortress or in the forest?
Now it's going into the forest.
Oh, shit.
Towards town or away from town? From where we are.
Where it's towards.
Should we head back that way? Or not?
We have to get
Look,
back
you're
now.
in charge.
There's a Mara in
Yes.
charge.
We traveled 8 hours, yes?
Mara's
Mhm.
not Mara anymore.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
Look, we traveled 8 hours. Yes?
Yeah, you travelled 8 hours.
Shit.
We're going to be exhausted if we get back.
I'm sure we can nap when we get back.
well, you could just stay in the ruins. That's where we
I
stayed.
don't want to stay out here. It's creepy as shit.
The
Well,
trail continues on if you wish to follow it.
What trail?
The
That
silver
comes out of
trail.
Nezum's grave. There's like a trail of
Is
glowing
that where
shit.
it was?
Yes. Hell. Oh, I doubt you even knew it was Mara, to be honest. You just thought Ellie got taller.
Anyway, Luck is going to follow and
Guess we will.
silently asking to Lunara if this is her doing, if this is really her blessing.
Luke,
Yeah.
have you ever seen Red Dead? Have you ever played Red Dead?
Yes.
You know, you just like throw a guy on the back of a horse.
Yeah.
I just
You
do that with him.
Yeah. Okay.
I just pull the horse.
Luck, make me a religion check.
Hmm. 17.
You feel as if Lunara is in this space.
Okay.
There is something of Lunara's in this space.
I'm going to follow the trail.
Okay.
Can I go and have a look in the grave?
Yeah.
And there's weird glowing stuff in there.
So you see small little filaments of what is similar to the silver fern silver glowing within the soil.
And I kind of look a bit closer. Does it look like droplets of stuff that's dropped off as a sort of You know, it's sort of like a blood trail if something was,
Yeah. Is it something that's fallen off of something, or is it something
was
that's
something that's
sprouting?
growing. Yeah.
It's both.
Where something's dropped off, things have started to grow.
And this is where you buried Nezum.
Yeah, and he did that whole glowy white magic thing, didn't he?
He's not here anymore.
No, he had something to do with. He talked to the forest. And there is something of back home in his voice of just that thing talk to the forest.
I'm gonna say bye bye little Nezum trees, and I'll start following the path of Nezum trees.
Okay. You follow on for a little while, and you hear this clicking, and it's almost rhythmic at this point. And you start to see a glowing, similar to the lunar light that comes from the silver ferns, but it is not coming from silver ferns. You approach the edge of a clearing where a canopy of branches from the trees hangs over this clearing, and hanging from this clearing is a large fleshy pod, glowing and bathed in lunar silver light. You see roots wrapped round it. You see vines, and you see little creatures moving around it, making these clicking noise and these vibrations. These creatures look made of plant and mold. They're only small, they're quite short. We're talking less than a foot. And there's about 4 of them. And they're walking around in a circle below this large pod.
I just whisper towards Luke, does that look like an egg to you?
Does, but hold on. Just going to start speaking celestial here. Is this your doing? What am I supposed to do?
You hear no response.
I mean, with eggs, you tend to keep them warm.
And you see these 4 little creatures going around.
Does it look aggressive?
Make me a nature check.
Oh dear.
Can I join that?
Yeah.
I'm going to need help because, yeah, that's a 10.
16. Nature's one of my good things.
It's like it's not a language that you know. It's like animals. They don't speak a language, but they still communicate with each other. Its intent, you're unsure of.
It's even to animals. I don't work good with animals.
I think I
The
need a
powers of
weapons.
changeling of Misk doesn't work on the animal kind.
I'm somehow good with animals, but yeah. Like it's just going to crouch to the little creatures and say,
You come out into the open and
just barely like, just to make my presence known.
okay, the clicking stops immediately and is replaced with
I'm not
and
going to
where
do
the
it.
clicking before wasn't coming from what appears to be these small little creatures' mouths, but this hissing of air is. The clicking was coming from what seemed to be their bodies as they moved. Now this noise that you hear is coming from their mouths.
I'm not here to take your egg. All this. It was my friend before.
What are the rest of you doing?
You don't know. You don't want to know what Knick-Knack's thought was.
Omelette.
That was magical moon omelette.
Misk's thought immediately is looks and sees if he can run. Looks back at her. I'm staying in
One
the
of
woods.
the creatures is going to throw what looks like mud at Luck for a 23 to hit. And it for 5 damage as this large rocky bit of soil gets flinged by its long rooty limb, like it scoops up some soil and some rocks, and it launches it at you, and it just smacks you across the face.
Okay. Get back. She gets back. She gets back. She gets back. Don't approach.
So do we think Nezum's in there?
I think what used to be Nezum's in there.
It's going to become something else.
Can
Would
I
you
have a
hand me
look?
that potion?
Can I have a look at the egg from where I can see?
Yes, you certainly
I
can.
drank one of them.
Are there any kind of markings on it, or like ways of trying to work out what it is an egg of? Or at least what size thing will likely come out of it?
It's about the pod itself is about 6 feet hanging. It's like nothing you've ever seen before.
Okay.
I don't want to potentially talk bad about Nezum, but this looks like a Nezum thing.
Yeah. Well,
We're gonna sit and wait and see if it's gonna like.
You hear a vine snap as one of the
okay.
vines holding the egg crumbles and snaps, and you see it lower a bit, and you just hear, and you see all the creatures go, and you start to hear them, and they start moving in a circle again. And as they start moving in a circle, you see the vines start to move and try to reach back up and reattach itself to the canopy.
They're doing magic to make it safe.
I'm going to drink the last potion because I'm very low on it in health.
Okay.
If you brought my bag of grease, I could do something.
I hand him his stuff. There you go. You
What are we
now
doing,
have
folks?
your inventory back. Having my own little David Attenborough moment, to be perfectly honest.
Okay, are you going to heal? Where are you going to do? Because it's have the potion.
I can do that. So I will go rummaging in my bag, find my like the container of healing grease. What were you actually hit with? Where were you hit?
On the face.
Oh. Bend down.
Slowly. It's bruising.
I will smear a bit of grease down your face. This is war paint style. Cast cure wounds, and you get 12 whole hit points back.
I sit cross-legged and with my head in my hands and just have my own little David Attenborough moment.
Okay. Somehow that even heals the horse ball.
I rolled really well on the Healy. I rolled 7 out of 8.
I can tell. Thank you. Right.
Little tree people, is there anything that we can do to help, like, with the Zoom?
as they move around and they continue to move in a circle. And you see the vines wrapping around the top of this pod tighter and tighter, trying to hold it in place.
I don't know what's going to hatch out. I've never seen anything like this. I'm kind of interested. Should we set up a camp? We can watch. I can put an alarm around it.
Sure.
How
Does
big?
someone watch Aiden?
Misk,
Yes.
did you tie Alan up?
Yeah, he's like tied up and just slung over the back of the horse, which is like there because I was leading it.
Okay. You look back to the horse. Alan is not on the back of the horse.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't have gotten far. I just walk in the way
You
he could have
all
gone.
hear grunting and fucking let me out! And
I
you
just
see
walk up
probably
to
about
him.
10 feet of away from the horse. You see you like bound and everything, like trying to get to his feet and just
I
like
trip him,
Okay.
grab him by his ankles, and just drag him back.
He manages to rip one hand free.
We used
Ow!
the manacles, didn't we?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you used
did.
the manacles. I thought you
Yeah.
said you
Yeah, we
tied
just-
him. You used
No,
the
we used
manacles.
manacles.
We
Okay,
used
his
guards and we
manacle.
just put handcuffs on him and just
Okay.
tied him up and throw him in the
Use
back
the
of the
same
horse.
manacles. I'm sorry, I'm losing track. Okay, so he doesn't do that.
It was comic irony because we just used the same handcuffs on him. Be like,
Okay. Right. He's instead going to lunge at you and try and actually bite you. And that's a natural 11 plus... Would he be proficient in biting? I would assume so.
How much of a bastard is he?
PT.
Provides weapon, I would say.
Yes,
Not
plus
biting
3.
it on unarmed
So
attack.
14 to hit.
It hits. He bites me. I get
Okay.
annoyed.
He's going to bite you, and that is going to do...
Is he proficient in biting? How
I
good is
don't
he
know.
at biting?
I don't know, it's just that you
Isn't it usually
eat.
just
You're
strength
proficient
modifier?
in eating.
One
So-
plus your strength modifier for an alarmed, I'm assuming.
Yep, so that would be 3 plus 3, so that would be 6 points of biting damage as he lunges forward and tries to go for your neck for a bite as you kick him over, and he reaches round and is just like and tries to take a chunk out of your neck.
I go in my bag, I get whatever I have that holds food, I empty it out and I put it over his head.
He can't even be contested because he's like
He's
tied
tied
at
up
this
like
point.
he's
Like,
basically
it's just-
doing a worm impression. I just put a bag over his head.
Fucking yeah.
Do you want a hand with this?
The creatures
No, I'm
seem
kind of
to be
enjoying it.
disturbed by this a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to.
One of them kind of steps off away from the circle.
Oh yeah,
while two of them rotate.
I start taking him into the woods to not disturb these people. Just I just look up. I just look up and they go, sorry, we're not with him. And I just grab him by his ankles and just start dragging him into the woods.
Yeah, fucking, I'm gonna end all of you.
I gag him. I go in my bag, I take a spare set of socks and I shove it in his mouth.
Oh,
A huge set of socks. That's the way to do it.
I said spare. And I put a bag over his head.
I think we're going to. At this point, we're going to let those beings good and just.
Oh, it's fine. As you walk, no, it's fine. Just tell me what happens. You just find him being tied to a tree.
One of the vines snaps as one of the individuals pulls away from the circle and is startled by this, and one of the large vines that's grasping onto the egg, not the egg, the pod, snaps, and it immediately lowers, and it lowers so much that the bottom of the pod catches the ground, and you see, as it catches the ground, it splits a little bit at the
Oh,
bottom.
no. Oh.
And you see vines and roots trying to wrap around it to seal it back up. And you see this fluid just pouring out from this pod. It's thick and it's black and it's full of soil. And you still continue to see these silver-like filaments, and as the vines continue to break, as this
Look, save the
whatever
egg.
this is seems to be disturbed.
I don't have anything. We go now. We let them do their thing. We go. We've done enough damage.
I don't
Now!
know if you speak me. Sorry, and I just start dragging Alan away.
One of the branches that holds a lot of these vines that are collecting to the pod breaks off from the tree, and the pod itself falls to the ground,
Fuck.
landscape-wise, and just trees and vines come falling down from the canopy above you, landing on top of this pod.
I
The
flick Alan
poor
on the
little
nose.
creatures scatter out, and you hear, and they scatter off into all 4 different directions.
I flick Alan on the nose.
This is your doing. You disturbed Lunara's work. You're gonna have to respond to this in front of her.
Flick him again.
Um,
I just shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I'm gonna pass Luck his like little prayer book that he was reading and saying the prayers for.
Is that a classic prayer book?
It's old. There's runes in it that you can't read. Like, this is old Lunaric. There is a mixture of some like text that was here before, and then things that have been written on top of this book in its pages. Prayers.
Keeping it.
How many of those health potions were there?
2.
2. I didn't drink the other one.
I had one and you had the other, I believe.
No, because
She's
Nezum
got
healed
it, but
me.
she hasn't drunk it because I healed.
So in the middle of this clearing, this pod has collapsed
Can
to the floor, the forest floor.
Can I have one of those
Branches
potion
and vines
thingies?
are broken apart, and they surround the area.
I'm going to put it on the egg.
Well, do you want me to go and heal the egg?
That's a good point. Perhaps you should heal the egg.
I'm gonna wander out and like loop out some. Did it look like while we were watching them doing their thing, were they trying to help the roots and the vines do their thing, or were they trying to stop the roots and the vines doing their thing? The little question.
You would think they were trying to continue the roots and the vines doing their thing.
Okay. Yeah, I will wander out towards the pod with a handful of goo.
Okay.
And if nothing gets pissy about it, I will try and heal.
As you approach and you pour this potion over this
It-
glistening,
It's
Pod.
cure wound grease.
and you try to cure wounds grease, and you rub it in this slimy texture. It's slimy on top at first, and as you rub, it starts to feel rough like tree bark.
If it helps, then healing.
And suddenly you hear Aelin shout as you see roots have sprawled out across the ground, and one has wrapped itself around Aylin's legs and is dragging it towards the pod.
Oh.
I think we need to feed it.
No.
And some roots attempt to do the same to you with a 14. Can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please? Look. As roots reach out to try and grab you
Oh no.
and pull you towards the pod.
19.
19. Okay, you managed to escape the roots that are reaching out, grabbing whatever's nearby. Misk, can you make me a saving throw, please? Dexterity saving throw.
16.
A root clasps its round around your leg and pulls you to the ground and is now dragging you along the ground slowly towards the pod.
Did the
Nick.
healing seem to have any kind of effect?
Yes. You see the moisture of this grease being sucked in through the bark. This bark-like texture, you see the moisture being drawn in.
It wants water.
Okay. I will.
Aelin is being drawn closer and closer towards the egg as you speak. He is now within 10 feet.
Oh,
He's being dragged along the ground.
I have
He
no
doesn't give
problem
a
with
shit.
it. I have no
Trying
problem.
to save Aiden at this point, like she grabs his arm, like.
Okay, make me a strength check as you rustle and try to hold on to Aelin.
Oh, that was almost not 20. That's 8.
8. Okay. The Aelin is wrought from your grasp as he slides further along the forest floor. There is a large crack, and the bark-like texture of this pod splits open, and there is a blinding light that shines out from this pod. This almost like similar to the silver fern light, but it is even brighter, and it almost blinds all of you in this close proximity to it.
Can I throw my water skin at it? Open, obviously.
You would be doing so at a disadvantage because of the blinding light.
Okay.
Could I take another handful
You
of?
hear another loud crack as like shards of this bark-like texture come flying off the pod. It's just light absolutely fills the darkness of this
16?
clearing now. You throw your water skin at the pod. It hits against the pod, spilling
Open.
water out, and the water is sucked through the bark inside to the pod.
Can I, with my last healing spell slot, with a handful of healing grease, if it's cracked in front of me, I know I can't look at it because it's very bright, but can I try and heal what's inside the pod?
You can.
So I will reach into the pod and slap some healing goo on that.
Okay, you push your hand inside and you feel again what feels like wood and metal and fur. The more you move your hand, the more textures you feel.
Ah. That's us.
By the way, Peter, I fucking love the lighting.
You just see a little claw climb out over the edge, lit by this internal light.
Yeah, so he's fucking Bambat.
Rat-like, but not made of rat. Not made of much flesh, or there's part flesh and part plant. And this little head peeks out. That's us. And there's a kind of blankness in the eyes, like they can't focus. Like they can't see right now, like a newborn coming from a womb.
Just Nezum!
The
Help!
vine, the
As I'm being
vine
dragged away.
that is dragging each of you pulls closer.
The sack falls off of Aelin's face as he's being dragged along the floor.
He sees this bright glowing light filling the glade, and then he is picked up by the root and brought in front of Nezum, upside down, and brought in front of Nezum, hanging upside down. And Nezum just looks at him, but doesn't look. He puts his hands to the sides of the pod and down to the ground where he can reach.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you run, Aelin. Felt you through the forest, running for your life.
You see his face is white. He is horrified as what is emerging. He's...
No one gets out alive. That was the plan. That was what my friends intended to do.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
I have rations. Would you say cheese is in the ration?
Probably not.
Damn it! Leave him alone, throws cheese.
Nezum, we need this one. I am very happy to see you mostly back, but we need this one. Please.
Like the ears kind of twitch to the sides, but it's like speaking to something so focused. Like purely energy is towards this foe, the thing that smited, part of the...
I'm all good. I'm happy to pass the Zuma dagger.
No!
Eat him alive.
It's up to you guys what you do.
As Nezum stands in this space and the light billows out, it begins to fade a little, and you can start to see more of his form. And you see there is the structure of what Nezum once was. There are patches of fur. The face is what it was like before, but where the burns were, where there were scars that were all over his body previously, you see no longer flesh, but you see what appears to be like bark, this grey bark with silver veins that flow through his body and along where his leg once was is now like an elongated tree trunk, like a long branch that has sprouted from his leg and sprawls out like a large pressed foot. And these silver veins flow, and you can see them going through the veins in his face. Even his eyes have small silver veins flowing through them, and this light reverberates out, not just from the pod that he's erupted, but from his body.
So with
Prestidigitation.
thank you.
You can never say that.
I
I
cannot.
can't say it either. Don't worry
Pres-
about it.
Prestidigitation. I can make a smell go in the air. I can create a smell in the air. Can I,
So good nickname.
my little spell, towards Nezum, bring the smell of cheese?
Wait out for
You do so. Nezum. Reborn. Make me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Ah.
Advantage or disadvantage?
With advantage.
Okay. Here comes.
You are unfazed.
Nezum.
Cheese is but essentially mold.
Oh, he's dead,
Vegetation
dead.
and mold and such plants are from the forest. You feel these molds and vegetation in the space through the ground.
Beside where Aelin is entangled, the ground begins to shake and rumble. And sprouting out of the ground is a tentacle like tree root. And it hovers above Aelin. Again, similarly infused with these blue veins. As I use my trait, which allows
Yep.
me to summon a tentacle.
Yep. However, these are no longer tentacles, but large roots that erupt from the ground covered in veins of silver.
How tied up am I?
You're being dragged along the ground by a root around your legs.
Yeah, you're probably being pulled about. You're getting close to where you grabbed second, and you are now being pulled up off the ground. With this is roots, not the tentacle.
Nezum. I turn into Ellie. How
Nezum.
much of you are left?
About 55% as I sort of lean in and sort of poke a
Stop.
bit of Nezum and poke a bit of barky wood thing and sort of try and work out quite how the Nezum tree hybrid thing works.
As you tap it, like Nezum seems to like flinch away, like because you haven't moved and you've just kind of tapped from where you were standing.
Yeah.
He couldn't see it coming. He flinches away.
Nezum, we need
I've
this
said
one
that.
alive.
Do you remember Silverfern, the place? Well, they kind of need him alive to put him through like trial and shit.
There is no justice if you do that. If you kill him now, there's no justice. I beg of you. Lunara, help me, please.
We could take him to the temple.
True.
That necklace thing you've got, I think, is a magic key into the temple.
Can you either
She
make
doesn't
me
have
a
it.
group persuasion check or
When you say about the key,
Yeah.
there is a flicker.
Has no key.
The moon pendant.
You gave it to Mara.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure from what he was saying that goes into like a lock in the temple in the fern place, and that it's actually proper temple under there, not just like ruins.
Okay, I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
with
hope for
events
best.
for the edge, with everything that you want, I'm just.
Nezum, you see a flash in your mind's eye, a memory of your hand crawling over the rock following the carvings and the moon's glow. See that indentation where there was the shape of a crescent moon.
Do I roll or do I not?
He also said it was made by a goddess because I couldn't make a new key.
Can we make either a group persuasion check or choose somebody to do it with advantage, please?
Jack, do it with advantage, please. You're the one that has the higher persuasion.
How about this? We not just got all of yous. One of yous has got to help.
What? As in, what do you want?
No, I just have a
Go on.
bunch of like crosses and pagan god symbols
Ah, okay.
hanging here.
Yeah.
So I said,
Okay.
one of
Hey,
yous.
mate, what are we supposed to be helping with? You're rolling some dice. I
Nezum.
don't
look.
understand.
Yes.
Just a bunch of pagan god symbols. One of yous help me.
Roll! God damn it, roll, please!
I have. I just don't
The
want to
roll
look.
is 21.
21. Come on.
Nezum flickers for a moment, and the tentacle kind of relaxes and kind of just waves like a branch in the tree, and in the
You're a
wind.
god of silver fern.
Oh, silver fern.
Would a god of silver fern kill them without due process?
It's what
Yeah.
it's what they call
Shush.
it. It's what
This
they.
monster is not a guard of silver fern.
Fuck off, you wanker.
Can I take off? Can I take off Aylin's like guard cloak and wrap it around the Zoom? Is now.
It's what you call this place. Silver fern. Yes.
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 Aylin is like grabbing his fingernails, like clawing into the soil, trying to pull forward.
This one is right and wrong. This one says not God of silver fern. Not in the way that he thinks. No.
Also,
But
I think
yes,
he is
that's
silver
also.
fern. I look at Aelin and I go, I think he is silver fern.
This one speaks wise words. But something is not right. Not
I-
quite right.
I think we interrupted the process, but I think also we need to get back to the stone and the amulet.
You say this one will meet justice.
Yes.
Yes.
This one who threatened the forests.
Yes. We're attempting to take him back to the guard barracks.
What kind of justice?
At this point, they're probably going to kill him. After all of this, they're probably going to kill him.
Well, that is acceptable.
You see, I tried to threaten the forest. I tried to protect it. I tried to protect
hit him
our
on the
ferns,
head.
let them grow. Ugh.
I do 0 damage, but it's the principle.
This might
Get it!
be. I'm gonna message you privately, Luke,
Yep,
because I need to know.
yep.
I do 0 unarmed damage, but it's the principle. Shut up. Didn't I gag your ass?
I mean,
I think being pulled upside down by a rooted plant and then
It's the principle of the thing, and we go, shut
Yeah.
up! Didn't I gag your ass?
not the physicality, just like I thought I'd solved this problem.
Nezum,
Yeah,
you
just looks
have-
at him, backhands him, and goes, shut up!
hold on.
Sorry.
You feel in this moment, it's like being jolted awake from a deep sleep. Like somebody's banging on your door, like there are people in your room as you sleep and you don't know their faces. It is jarring. It is disturbing.
But I hear that one voice of Ellie and talk of a key. And that is somehow familiar. and I
There
have
are familiar things all around you, these faces, these people, the words they speak, the places they speak of. But there are also offences to your senses, to your newfound nervous system. You feel and breathe the forest that you currently inhabit.
Nezum.
There's much confusion.
I think we woke you up halfway.
I know your voice.
Yes, it's Ellie. Remember, we share a bunk.
I know the swan's voice.
and he gestures to where he thinks Luck is, and kind of reaches out and just will touch like Knick-Knack's hand. Kind of just lay his hand and
The swan healed us. Mended broken parts. This one.
gestures to Aelin.
This one remembers him running. Remember the stink of his fear.
Yes. We're attempting to bring him back to Silverfern to face justice with a court instead of burying him in the woods. Which, to
What
be
does
honest,
justice
is
mean to Nezum? What is justice?
Justice to Nezum is probably just revenge.
Nezum,
Has Nezum ever known justice?
all the hurt that he has done, all the blood that he has shed, the death that he has caused, they have to be recognized by the people.
if we
They-
take him back, he'll lose everything. He won't just die.
He will
Nezum, you
have
remember a half-elf standing atop a carved stone bathed in silver light.
Yep.
With white hair tied back as nearly 200-300 people stand in a grove holding candlelight.
And that's even creepier because Nezum wasn't there.
But the fans were.
Nezum.
We
He
go
will-
back.
Yes, and he will
Yes.
face retribution.
We go to the fern. We go to the grove.
We
It
can go and
takes.
Okay. We're getting somewhere.
We won't kill him now.
Okay. See, we're getting somewhere.
You sailors everything.
Yes.
Become the bottom. Lowest of the low.
His partner
That's
is
us.
currently in charge of Silverfern. If we show that he is a bastard, Silverfern and all those who love and care and know about him will know what he is.
What is everybody's passive insights in this moment?
16.
I'm 13. I'm
9.
attempting to appeal to his revenge nature. Fuck justice. This is worse.
Do I get anything with a 16?
Passive insight 12.
Okay, good to know.
Luke, I'm attempting to appeal to his worser nature and say
It's definitely working.
legit.
Like, keeps her hand on Elin, like, kind of trying to see if it's okay or anything. Somehow trying to be reassuring to him, even though, like,
you
she's.
see thin roots, like grass roots, that spread from weeds across the tops of soil, going up Aelin's neck and crawling across his face and round the sides of his eyes.
Nezum, stop it. Stop the roots. Now, if he
Are
isn't
you-
living,
Nezum,
he is no use.
Remembers that name.
Would you like to be called Nezum?
Yes. Nezum fits for now.
Nezum, will you let go of me? As I'm being hanged upside down by my ankles.
He kind of glances at the roots that are around you, and then, like, almost like he's forgotten himself. And then they kind of start loosening, but lower you gently to the ground, like lay you down, and then all
Thank
the
you.
roots retreat to the forest.
Can you leave where you are?
He
Or are
pulls
you?
himself out of the pot, and you see the silver fern cloak that you've wrapped round. He kind of folds that and passes that back to Knick Knack.
There is no silver left in this cloak. There is
Oh,
just
he eats
tatty
it.
rags.
And as he stands up, you start seeing his shoulders, and he pulls up a little hood. But the hood is not clothing. It's like leaf matter, and it's attached to Nezum. There's not clothing, then Nezum. It's all one. His little ears pop up.
We can leave.
Yes.
The roots, please, on Aelin.
He doesn't pull any punches when he releases Aelin. He just drops.
No! Okay. Protect the neck.
Put him back on the horse.
You.
He wraps him in the tentacle and puts him on the horse.
Okay.
How is the horse dealing with this?
It's tied to a tree.
The tentacle disperses.
Okay.
You see that the horse. Nezum, roll me an animal handling check with advantage.
Come on. Oh, D&D Beyond. How I've not missed you. 8?
Oh boy.
Horse no like it.
The horse was still for a moment as the light bathed across this clearing. And as the light recedes, so does the calmness of this horse as it starts to get a little bit more uppity and stressed, and as horses do, as their legs start to flop and make large noises and splutters in nervousness and moves about.
I would like to, now that I've been let go, I would like to make it so Alan can't talk anymore.
Okay, you go, Gallon.
Because I don't like the things he says.
Yep, that's understandable.
And I feel like if he keeps talking, it's going to make it worse.
So Ellen is gagged.
I find where the big bag is and I put it back over the top of his head.
Right.
We go then.
Okay.
Come on then.
Are going.
And then Nezum kind of turns to his side and looks next to Knick Knack.
You made a medal me?
Exactly the same height.
I kind of imagine that the metal Knick Knack mimics. Just like looking in a mirror.
The metal Nezum.
Yeah, sorry, metal Nezum, sorry, kind of mimics Nezum. Reaches out and kind of just, they touch hands, and it's like a mime miming with itself, like, and then they link fingers, and
Do you make this?
Haji didn't do very well in the fight, so I made a new Nezum. But now we've got a new Nezum.
He missed you.
I was the one to bury you.
Approve. Approve.
As he points at Knick-Knack and Luck.
Unfortunately, I was unconscious.
Nezum approves.
Unfortunately, I was unconscious.
Approve of you. Still.
And probably disapprove of Alan.
Disapprove.
It's a nice horse, though.
Indifferent.
The horse has yet to prove itself.
Have you seen a crystal cat, by the way?
Alan's like one of Alan's friends stole him.
Has
argument.
Nezum, through his sense of the forest, seen a crystal cat while he was interlinked with the... Sorry, my dog is dreaming. If you can hear a strange...
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
We can hear him. He's being him. It's brilliant. Ow! Back. Tell him my ow back.
He's literally howling in his sleep. Sorry.
To be honest, Pete, it is kind of working.
Yeah.
Ow
Did you hear
in the
that?
It
background.
fits thematically right now.
Yeah.
So funny. That was so loud. Was that Pop?
Kind
See,
of works.
he was literally howling. He's never done that in his sleep before. That was so funny. Because nobody he woofs, but that howl was brilliant. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nezum is indifferent to horse. What was the question? Sorry, the dog completely disturbed me.
Yeah, are we going?
Yeah, it was for Link, but apparently you haven't seen Link, so...
Oh, yeah, sorry, that was my question. Have I seen Link
No,
through Nezum's
You have not. No.
extra senses? But Nezum kind of pulls himself the rest of the way out of the pod.
And
And-
as Nezum leaves the pod, the roots seem to retract.
Yeah,
The smaller roots seem to wither and curl.
and there's a few that are still like
Larger
attached to his
roots.
legs and arms and things. And as he kind of pulls away, they like snap, and he winces as he's kind of pulling himself off of this life support monitoring thing, and he's free once more.
Could I, into a random container, scoop up some of the goo from the bottom of the pod?
Okay.
It's literally dripping from Nezum's limbs.
Yeah,
Like
I just like
Pod
sort of,
goo.
this is sort of pod goo, so I can have a look at it and work out what it is later.
Okay.
Nezum will even flick some into the pot for you.
Pod goo.
Silver pod goo.
Oh,
Fixed.
right.
That's canon.
I mean, oh god. So,
Come on
how
then,
is
Nezum.
Nezum
Let's make our way
walking?
back.
Yeah, how's Nezum walking as we make our way back? Like, is it?
He is more upright than he has ever walked before.
Nezum, do you need more of the silver fern silver?
Huh?
Well, like you absorbed all the silver from the last cloak.
I did?
You did.
Was it?
You did.
Want some more?
Can try.
I will
Give it
pull out
right,
another guard cloak. And-
Nezum takes it from you, looks at it, holds it.
Glows in the moonlight, as do the veins across your body. And as you run your fingers across it, it pulses. But nothing more.
I put on the cloak, or wrap
Okay.
myself in it to see if I absorb it, like I did the last one.
Nothing seems to happen out of the ordinary.
I take the cloak off.
No. Don't know.
Keep it. I've got spares.
Don't need it. Has it?
He grew himself one.
Eh,
I will fold it back up and put it in back.
He like pulls at the hood and it's like,
Doesn't come well. Feels me.
Nezum,
I
Do
look at the
you-
back. Does it have the crest?
It's not the identical crest that you see, but you see patterns. Similar patterns to that were on the stone in the grove. Just sprawled
Oh, he got the
lightly
OG.
in different parts all over his back and along his arms where the silver spreads. But it is fine, it is thin. From a distance you wouldn't make it out. As you get closer you can see the patterns.
Nezum, do you remember me?
Sam remembers your help, Nezum?
I saved your life. Yes.
Yes.
Make me a history check, Nezum.
yeah, come on, Nezzy.
I'm going to give him my hand.
He looks back, tries to think. I can't focus.
You
You
need
see
to have a
flashes of being on a wall, a young child, and then light, and then being on your back in the darkness, grasping for breath, and then you feel warmth and more light, and then you remember fire and the cold again.
Nixon, mind not right yet. Forgetting, remembering.
She's going to give him her hand, and I know I've used it today to save the crawling claw, like mimicking the sensation that I have when I do my natural healing, like the warmth of it, the glowing, just for Nezum to have some kind of anchor to that moment.
There is a familiarity about that warmth.
Remembers.
Like
Remembers.
remembering the smell of something that you've smelled somewhere a long time before, but you can't remember what or where.
I remember digging my little claws into a crocheted rug that lies in front of Lux's fireplace,
Mm-hmm.
and I can sort of feel my fingers like, you know, when I don't know if everyone else had this when they were a child and you like laid on the floor and you kind of look at stuff from the side and just that kind of tactile playing with the thing. I remember that.
Does this help?
Sam coming back.
Take your time. Take your time. It's fine.
Might take time. Take time. Take time. The
Do you-
forest is old. It has time. The forest called me. It needed me. Gave myself to it. You put me to it. Took me. Had plans.
You told me about the song. I
Yes!
kind of feel it.
Remembers the song.
Do I hear it singing, DM? If I focus now.
You hear before the music was once a dirge, with a deep swelling melody. You don't hear music as it once was. But there is something on the wind, almost like chimes. It's light and it's faint. But
Does
there's
it
something still there.
does it draw me anywhere? Is it a direction? Is it all around?
Not right now. It is faint. It is waiting.
It drew me to where I needed to be, Luck. It drew me to where I needed to become.
You remember my name?
Yes. Yes. The Countess remembers Luck. Not Luck that guided us here. But Luck is waiting in the wind.
Well, everyone needs a bit of luck in life.
You have the key. Remembers the grove. There is a place. Show us.
Yes. But back to the town for that.
Show us key.
But I don't have the key on me right now, but I mean, I'm going to make with presentation. I said it. Like you can make symbol that glows, and I'm going to mimic the emblem in the palm of my hand. You talking about this key?
Do I think it looks like the thing that I saw on the stone in the grove?
Mm-hmm.
Tis it.
Okay.
Tis it. Where you...
And he looks to your hand, and he looks at the cuts on your hand.
Where you place blood.
I did. You remember that also? Lunaro healed me, but yeah.
Parts.
He just runs a little claw that's like made of like a dried leaf, but like almost like encased in like honey and resin down that scar.
Show us way back.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
I will lead where everyone goes.
You all start making your way back through the forest. It is late in the evening. Do you wish to continue travelling throughout the night? Or do
I
you
don't
wish
think
to
we're going to
stop and
keep
camp?
Nezum sane enough to sleep.
You have Grove Watch Bastion upon the hill.
I think. Should I go ahead?
No, I think there's like pits and things and creepy little things. Have you got a squirrel? You need a squirrel. Everyone should have a squirrel.
There's
No,
food back in the
Don't have a
bastion.
squirrel.
Everybody should have a squirrel.
No, but that's the face that he gives him. He just. No, I don't have
Yeah,
a
because
squirrel.
nobody else witnessed that other than Knick-Knack. Knick-Knack's the only one that experienced.
On the
If I
last thumbnail,
see a s-
Jack, that is the thumbnail I chose of your face. Is your head doing one of the what the actual? And it's now the thumbnail for the last video.
I do too
God.
many faces.
Um,
I
well,
have
like,
noticed you tend to make me the thumbnail.
No, I try and rotate it. I do try and rotate it.
I don't think we should go on our own. and we've got lots of time, so we can ask Alan lots of questions and find out what's going on.
Alan.
I
Nezum,
think we should just let Alan stay quiet before Nezum stabs Alan. Shut up, bonk.
Well, I can sit because he wasn't very interested in my stories when we came out, so I can tell him on the way back. It's all good.
Yes,
look,
yes, yes.
Really?
That is what we do until we get the way back. We just let him tied up and have to listen to Knick Knack for the next 8 hours. Perfect punishment.
To be honest,
I just talk
kind of
nonsense
had
at him.
vision-
It's
I
like
kind of had
someone's.
vision when we got here of this little twitch in his eye.
It's like someone has like connected to the Bluetooth in a car, but it's connected to someone's podcast that no one else is interested in, and no one else can change the channel apart from the person that has the control. And it's just the knick-knack
But the problem
story.
with Knickknacks is he has so many different. He jumps around without much.
Yeah,
know,
ADHD.
there's no linear.
No,
Ash,
because
it's-
he sees the link, so he jumps from here to that to that to this to that.
Matt, my old maths teacher said this of me. You don't have a train of thought, you have a Roomba.
But yeah, Knickknack definitely has loads of ideas, all sorts of the schematics and plans and sort of yeah. But we'll also pop in questions about the church under the ferns and things as well.
So are we going to rest to Sebastian, or are we making our way back?
Well, why don't
I
we
think
go
we'll
for a
just-
bit and then I can like do an alarm thing and we can rest in that so nothing can sneak up on it.
Sure, let's do that. Oh, that was my okay.
So we continue through the night, trudging through the darkness and the forest floor. Nezum,
I'll
your
vote
first
keep
few
walking.
steps feel foreign, like you're walking on new feet. At least one of them.
It's a good point. Would you like to meet your old foot?
What?
Oh yeah, get here.
Nezum's foot.
There you go. But are
I
you staying on me? Or are you
For
going
you,
to see
you-
your master?
I sniff it.
That's right, Rent.
Boop on the nose.
I kind of put my hand out to it. Is it in the sack anymore, or is it in armor now?
I
No,
put it in
it's
a
still
gauntlet.
just he hasn't put it in a gauntlet yet.
Why
We did.
not?
You never said you'd put it in the gauntlet. You just said you'd picked
No,
up a
'cause
We
gauntlet.
did!
So
did
they
you say you
shouted at me no, and I said yes.
Yeah, you picked it up, but you never put it in the gauntlet.
Okay, I reach for
Okay.
this kind of zombified
Nezum, I
hand.
hold out a gauntlet and I say, "Do you think this is a good idea? It is your hand foot."
Isn't that a left one?
It's not mine. Was not mine. Took it. But it's mine.
If you took it, it's yours now.
It kind of lurches at Nezum,
Bad.
like you're holding onto the wrist, and it's like
I'll let it get to me.
it kind of grabs onto your chest, and it's trying to. It almost feels like it's trying to strangle you.
I pet it gently.
But it doesn't have enough strength to actually choke you. But it's there trying to like crush your
Doesn't
windpipe,
like
but it
you.
doesn't have enough strength in its hands to do it.
I wonder if the person you stole it from is still in there.
Mhm.
Give it back. Give it back.
Can you control it?
It likes luck for some reason.
I pass
Stop
it to
it.
Luck.
Yep.
Stop it. Behave.
Helped us break out of prison.
Do you want to go in the back to rest?
It just kind of curls up into a fist.
I'm watching it.
I swear, I'm going to teach.
I'm
the kids
keeping an eye
how to
on
make
my
a stop,
foot.
and it's gonna be too funny.
Do you want to go back on my neck, or do you want to go in the back?
You
It
keep
kind
that.
of just called itself up
It's
into
just
like a
sulking.
defensive posture.
It's sulking. The hand is sulking.
I don't know what you did to that poor thing, but yeah. Let's walk back and just
So I'll deal
make a
with
camp,
that so he doesn't
rest
kill
a bit,
Slave.
and
Nezum will say,
It's what it did to me.
beg your pardon.
What I did to it was not half as bad as what it did to me.
Should I put earplugs in Sackboy?
Okay. No hair plugs. I am intrigued by this story. We're going to go, otherwise we're never going to make it back to the city.
No, I'm just mean. Should I take Sackboy away so he doesn't hear the Zoom story?
I think it'd be fine.
True.
Won't make no difference who is if you want to hear a story.
Please tell me the story. I like stories.
Nezum has strange memories of that hand. Nezum remembers that hand being many, many times the size it is now. Nezum remembers the nails and the calluses and the person was a nail biter, but one of those people that bit the nails so short that the skin around was always damaged and red and ruddy and raw. Nezum remembers that hand when it smelled of antiseptic and chemicals and things. He remembers being grasped and held so tightly that he could not move within that smell of chlorine and pink flesh. He remembers sinking his teeth in and tasting irony red blood. He remembers the partner to that hand. He remembers the partner to that hand taking a gleaming blade time and time again and performing all kinds of things upon his form. One of them was to take his foot. And that's all you're getting from the Zoom.
He took your foot, you took his hand. I consider that a reasonable exchange.
Yes. Now he has a new one.
And he kind of wiggles his plant toes. I think there's like 6 of them. And one that goes back.
And they're
like,
all they're like sprawled out.
yeah, one
like-
definitely goes backwards. Like,
like,
yeah.
or like they're almost thick, like like a tree
Yeah.
trunk.
Yeah, definitely. Like poof, kind of thing. Like it
Yeah.
leaves the strangest footprint. Like one's a rat footprint, and the other's like, if you were like,
Tree.
yeah, if you were like
It's-
imprinting
yeah,
a
it's almost-
starfish or something
Yeah.
like in the
Yeah,
ground.
essentially, yeah.
And he And he says, he kind of glares at where the hand sits, maybe on Luck's shoulder, like held in the defensive position.
Maybe it knows now it's not attached. The spell binding come undone.
Spell binding.
Yes?
What kind of spell binding did you do?
So many scrolls, but so much fire. The burning when we ran, but we couldn't run far. Found the one we was looking for, though. When we chopped the hand from his stump of his arm. Bound his flesh to mine. Let us run. Let us come. Let us get to the song source.
I see.
At this point in the story, you're sat around a campfire. It crackles as the flames whip and simmer into the sky. Sparks fly off, and the glow of the fire reaches the bottom of the canopy. You all have bedrolls pressed up against patches of leaves that have started falling from the trees. The end of summer is truly here. It is now the second day of Leaflet Guide.
Nezum doesn't take to a bed, but walks near the fire. And he just stands and raises his little head up and closes his eyes. And you see the root foot like burrow into the ground. And from that point, you almost see like him become more tree-like and go still.
Jack.
Hearing you.
No, his wires come out.
Yeah.
No.
Nope. Nope.
Mm.
Be able to hear me now.
Ah,
you-
yeah.
When we go to sleep, I tie a piece of string to Alan's ankle and to my ankle,
Okay,
so that if he moves, I wake up.
alright.
I was just going to do some alarms around the place, and then if he crosses it, it goes beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, but also him just wandering around inside of the alarm also feels bad.
Okay. Well, I could just say to Robo Nezum to like eat him if he like.
We
No.
eat him alive. We don't eat him.
Why? Mm.
Is there anything else we want to do this evening, folks?
I just
Yes.
wanted to specify
Okay.
that.
Luck is she's going to grab some bitter food and go to Aelin, taking out the bag and the old socks.
Not
Would you-
old, spare.
Would you at least eat?
I can do him some dinner. He wouldn't believe how good a cook I am.
Don't. Don't.
We're all going to bring the end of Maytown.
Don't actually care.
Look. You're going back to the city at least. Would you eat? I don't want you starving, Aelin. As much as you do not like me, I do not hate you.
Vela would see me hang.
I don't think she would.
If she doesn't, I might.
Look, you've messed up. And I abide by the laws. You will be judged accordingly, even though you do not want.
Beanie, you need to take
Eat.
Beanie.
At least a tiny bit. Yeah. He's going to feed him. Why did you use such a stupid thing? Everything was fine until you and your little group did this. This town was perfect. This town was peaceful. This town was beautiful. Can I hear you?
It was right for the plucking. It was vulnerable. It was weak.
So you don't make a coup. You build defenses. You train people. That's what you do. Bloody
I
hell.
literally offered to help train a bunch of the recruits how to shoot. That was going to be my job.
It was perfect, Aelin. You guys just needed training and solution for reinforcement. And sure, I'll agree with you on one thing. Alistair was a stubborn old bastard. But he loved the city more than anyone. Maybe more than me.
You
You're here.
think Lunara guides you?
She guided me towards you. I pray to her.
It's not me she guided you to. It's that thing, that abomination.
Back of my dagger again. Stop being racist. Bonk.
Ugh.
That thing, as you call it, is made out of silver fern.
Quite literally, it seems.
It radiates from my presence. I can feel it. It's in my blood.
Even the devil can wield a holy weapon.
Bonk.
No. Would you stop?
If he insists on acting like an animal, I'll treat him like one. Bad dog.
Stop it. I will smite you, you know that.
If he insists on being a racist asshole, bonk.
Back away.
You might be better off asking him who else is still in town that works for like their cult or
Oh,
whatever it
that's
is.
coming.
Would you even tell us?
There is no one else. I am the last.
Oh, they're not.
Who
Killed
has the cat?
all of us.
Who has the cat? You said somebody took the cat.
Inside.
He's lying.
You're lying. There's someone else.
I fall. If my sacrifice leads this town to a better future, then so be it. It's what
Aelin,
she would want.
So she's in too.
Lunara guides my hand as much as she guides yours.
Vader, I think he thinks genuinely that Lulara believes in what he believes in.
You've become a fanatic. Have you heard her voice? Have you felt her touch? Have you listened? Have you seen? Have you felt your skin? The brush of her hand, the soothing voice, the silver of the sky. Have you felt it? Have you seen her presence all around you? In your blood, in your skin? Have you felt Lunara like I feel her? Have you listened carefully? Have you heard the whispers? Or have you just interpreted the murmur of the wind?
Your people are full of lies. You sit in your cities and you pretend to know the truth.
I do not know the truth. I feel fragment of truth. But I do not take it as, well, I don't make a story with just a fragment of the beginning and what looks like the middle. I listen. I wait. I ask for guidance. I question. And I take whatever answers is given to me. There are kind goddesses, but they can be pretty cruel too.
They will not abandon their faithful.
No, they do not. That's why I'm here today.
As she says that, I'd look at Nezum.
He's just there like a tree.
No, but
The
he's like,
mo-
they won't abandon the faithful. And I would just looked at Nezum and be like, fucking died.
Came back. Lunara brought back my friend for a reason.
Do you reckon if we kill him off and plant him in the hole, Lunara can like do the Nezum thing to him and like show him the proper way?
Don't
Is
think we
not
should try that.
Lunara's doing.
Then how do you
Whatever
explain it?
magic that was, that is not of my lady.
Our lady.
He's literally made out of the magic plants.
That you did say was all about Lunara and her blessing here, and this is why you should protect it. And like he's now like 45% it.
Even the well can be poisoned.
It's not poisoned, it's healthy and walking around. Well, he's gone to sleep. Or root.
I just pick up a pebble. I stepped away. Says racist shit, I'm still gonna get him.
Before he talks again, and just shove a Jake in his mouth, like eat.
Shut up.
I hold it so he can chew properly. Like, I swear to God. Eat, sleep,
Aye.
and we're going to see who is left of your machination
Zealots.
tomorrow.
I hate zealots.
Yeah,
The
well,
fire starts to burn, and its glow shrinks as the dark envelops in this small space where you have made your camp. Knick-Knack sets up his alarms around the camp. Nezum's new form stands idle, as does Robo Nezum.
Reborn is the sort of magic player on the other side.
I
And
can just
you'll
imagine in that little rat robot brain going, "Father."
all go to sleep. At least those of you that do sleep. And you will take a long rest.
Mhm.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yay!